What's up, guys?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
Allegedly Credible.
It's your girl, Danielle, aka Lady Faye.
It's your girl, Mello Supremo, aka Mel.
And today we're going to talk about
Solo travel.
Solo travel, why we're solo traveling. And before we get into that, I just wanted to ask Mel, was there anything that happened to you this week or this month that was kind of crazy wild for you?
I don't think that there was anything particularly crazy, but it was just I had an interesting week. So today I was talking to my girls and I just thought that it was the cutest thing that ever happened. So a little story time. So the other day was my oldest daughter's teacher's birthday, right? And she was so excited because the day before was my sister's birthday, and she was so bent out of shape that she couldn't go celebrate with her. So, when it was her teacher's birthday, she was just like, "I want to take full advantage of this situation," and I get a call at work because I didn't do the drop off that day. My husband did, and I get this text from this random person, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, your daughter ran up to me." I shouldn't say random because I'm definitely in this mom group. I know.
She just refuses to be a mom. Anything that says mom on it, she just be erase. Anyway.
But one of the moms in the classroom was just like, "Your daughter just ran up to me and said happy birthday, give me the biggest hug." I'm just like, I really got embarrassed, but I shouldn't even be embarrassed. I'm just like, I miss having that type of freedom to be like, I just want to spread love and
everybody.
Yeah,
happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's everybody's birthday.
And I just had to learn that, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. You're just such a friendly and outgoing person. I miss that. And I want to incorporate. I want to learn how to incorporate that back in my life.
Oh, I can see that. You know what? I'm going to go with this month has kind of been a roller coaster for me. Emotionally. I think I go back and forth between, I've been single for a very long time. And I like being single. I know my single life. But then I think more recently, I'm getting, a little bit more into dating and being with people, and I think I don't want to say my biological clock is ticking or something like that, but I've been obsessed with baby stuff lately, but not because I want to have one, but it's just I don't know, I've just been obsessed with babies. And then the other week when I babysat your kids and everything, and then they're in the car and they start singing the little one starts blasting Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and then they all start singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star all together.
Oh yeah, and your niece and nephew.
Yeah, my niece and nephew, your kids, they were just all screaming Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at the top of their lungs. And I'm just this is so cute. This is adorable. And then on top of that, now I'm on Instagram because I guess I watched too many baby videos recently.
That's all the algorithm.
That's all the algorithm keeps showing me is cute, really, really cute babies, and I'm just oh my god, this baby's so cute. Oh my goodness. So actually, one of my friends, because I had posted reposted something in the in my stories.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as I did that, one of my friends was like, "Oh, your ovaries must be ticking." And I'm like, "Nah, I can wait." But I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm I have no clue. I just feel that's been what's going on. I just been "Oh, babies. Oh, they're so cute." But yeah.
You almost went to tears when she was apologizing to everybody. She apologized to you.
Oh, yes. So the little one had to apologize because she was acting a whole mess and spilled water all over my floor.
Yep.
And she came over and she was like, "I'm sorry." And she gave me the big hug. And I'm like, "Oh, my baby. Oh, baby."
And I'm so over that.
Oh,
I'm so desensitized. And it makes me think is this a problem? Because, I don't want to be this inside. Because I want to still be oh, yeah, she means it. And I'm You're just gonna do it again. Like, I don't even understand why you're apologizing.
So since we talking about that anyway, let's go talk about like Belle want to get away from her kids. So let's go back. Let's go into this topic real quick.
Let's talk about jet setting on your lonesome.
Hey, it's your girl Lady Faye, and of course I'm here with the one and only Mellow Supremo, and thank you for catching up with us in our lives. But we're going to go back into our topic. We're going to dive in deep into solo travel, why you should do it, what's the benefits of it, why you should not be afraid to book that flight and go. Okay, come on with us.
So, since we're on this topic, what is the most recent trip that you've taken that's like...
Yeah, so I went to DR for my birthday. I went by myself. Everybody was like, my parents, all of these people, do you need to go by yourself? Should you be going by yourself? Like, and I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like waiting for anybody. I have the money to do it. Honestly, I'm going to be very real with you. I never expected to go by myself. No. I literally, in my head, thought, you know, I would be going with a significant other or something. Mm-hmm. But then when I realized I couldn't get with a significant other, I was like, oh, let me go with Mel. But like, our schedules kind of didn't line up because
I don't even have a passport that's valid.
Oh yeah, she has a passport that's valid. And then like everybody else I could have gone with didn't have passport together or like didn't have the money for it, and I just knew I needed to get the hell out of this country. Okay.
Mind you, that trip was hella sus because we tried to like get more information about it, and we had like, first of all, you have to tell how you got the trip in the first place.
This trip I just bought by myself. So So I have to rewind. So a few years back, right before COVID, I was at the gym that I go to, and I had won a trip thing, but then like I said, I was trying to find people to go with because it was for two. But then during COVID, I couldn't go. So then I tried to call and get the information again. And it was very hard to get through with somebody because that trip was to Costa Rica. And I ended up not going. But because of that trip, I had a heart set that I was getting out of this country. So after that, that's when I was like, okay, this trip I booked through a travel agent. I got a travel agent. Which I actually got through What's Your Business, shout out to Anne-Marie, and I met with this person, and she gave me the listing, the pricing. The trip I went through was about maybe $1,600
for one, and what did
for
it come
one
with?
person. It was all-inclusive resort, which meant food, drinks. The flight was included to and from, and I got transportation, picking up from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the airport.
That's not bad. That's not a bad price.
And it was really nice. Like it was very fun. I had so much fun. And I think the best part was like, I did whatever I wanted to do. Like I wanted to go swim with the dolphins. I didn't have to wait for anybody to be like, do you want to go with me? No, I just was like, I'm going, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I got to swim with sharks and go in like this. It was so cool to see like the coral reef.
I'm all down with swimming with the dolphins, even though them suckers are something else. Like dolphins, you don't know how smart they are. Like they're do smart. Things on purpose. Like they're jerks. Dolphins are jerks, but they're cute. So I guess like I've been programmed to think like, oh, it's safe. But like sharks, like
it was nursing sharks. It wasn't. Like
I don't even care. And you know me, like I'm the daredevil. Like I am the one that would jump out of a plane of a heartbeat, whether I had a parachute or not. Like I don't feel comfortable. The fact that you went and swam with sharks, even though they're nursing sharks, like I have to commend you on that because you're definitely getting out of your comfort zone, unless you were always comfortable in that aspect.
No, I love the ocean. Like
You're
I
a mermaid.
Always wanted to be a mermaid. You know, whatever in my head, I was just like, since I was little, I was like, I was a mermaid. I actually loved watching The Little Mermaid. It was like one of my favorite movies of all times. The only thing that pissed me off about that movie is that she chose to be with the prince at the end. I'm like, why would you give up your mermaid life to be a human? We know what it's like. It sucks up here. So, I just didn't understand that part. But everything else was cool, like the singing under the water and all this other stuff. So that was like always my lifelong dream to just like. And I also want a mermaid tail. So one day, mark my words, one day.
Put it, you guys, if you're any, like, if there's any true fans that, like, really want Danielle to fully incorporate this mermaid lifestyle into her everyday life, give this girl a mermaid tail. So
yeah, I want a custom made one. I want a custom made mermaid tail. I know exactly the colors I want. I know what the bra I want. I want the bra to look like. I know. I've been dreaming about this. This has been on my vision board for at least 2010. So I gotta get a mermaid tail one day.
One of these.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like,
and there's like a whole training you gotta do to be in the tail and all this other stuff.
Yeah, because people drown.
Yeah. So anywho, but back to the thing, I had the time of my life because I love being in the water, and all I was in the water. Like the resort had the resort had the pool. What?
Ooh. Sorry, I'm still on. Don't worry about it. I'm just thinking about
the sharks.
I'm just thinking about something else that you told me about on the trip. I'm just like, I can't.
Okay,
the resort, pros and the cons of solo travel.
So, the pool was there, so I was always in the pool. If I wasn't in the pool, I was at the beach. Now, the only thing is, though, the beach was a little hard. Only because no matter where I went, I couldn't even walk 2 seconds without a guy coming to talk to me. They try to sell you stuff all the time anyway. That's just their living. That's what they have to do in order to make some money. So I wasn't mad at that. It was just like every 5 seconds somebody was trying to like get my number, talk to me, like do things with me, all this other stuff. So that was kind of wild. But everything else, like... And I didn't fear for my life at all. And there were some other guys that were there that were super nice, super like, I had day husbands and my night husbands, and it was really nice. Like, no matter where I went, I knew I was going to be taken care of because everybody was so like, oh, you're here by yourself? No husband? And then the other thing, everybody thought I was Dominican. People there thought I was Dominican. Everybody thought I was Dominican. Yeah. They were like, you know Dominican? You know Dominican? No. I'm like, no, I'm not Dominican. Even the Haitians were like, you're not Dominican? No. And they're like, not even a little bit. I'm like, not that I know of. I don't know. Like,
I gotta go back to my 23andMe.
But it was so much fun. And to me, the thing that I enjoyed about it the most was just having that time for me. Having not having to worry about, like I said, anybody else's itinerary, asking people to do things with me, not having to worry about it was just time for me to have fun, be with myself, love myself. Yeah. Like, I was really enjoying, there was no time while I was on this trip where I felt uncomfortable with my body.
Even when there were times that she should feel uncomfortable, she was just completely in her element.
Yeah, and honestly, I had no time where I was uncomfortable. I was not uncomfortable with my body. I wasn't uncomfortable with my surroundings. There was never a time I didn't feel safe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. People probably would be getting mad because I did get lost a few times. Because let me explain.
Well, first of all, you got lost in the hotel.
I got lost in the resort. So let me explain. So there's trains, right?
Like the monorail.
And there were different colored trains that went to different parts. I didn't know this because it has a map, but it doesn't say what train goes to what part. So a few times I hopped on the wrong train, and then I would look and I'm like, this doesn't look familiar at all. I don't know where the hell I am.
It's like you're in a whole new terminal in the airport.
I guess I'll walk off. I did just get off the train.
What else are you supposed to do?
I did just get off the train and walk, but I know a few people be like, Danielle, that was not safe. It was night, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? Like I said, I had my night men and my morning men. So if I got lost, I knew who to message and be like, hey, I don't know where I am. Can you come get me? So that I wasn't too concerned about that because I knew I was going to be taken care of.
I don't know what to say, but I know you told me all this already, but I'm just getting uncomfortable as we keep rehashing this. I'm just like, like,
I know. And the other thing was like when I went on like some of the excursions and stuff, a lot of people like every time was like, "You're here by yourself," and it was interesting because you had other people like, "I could never do it by myself," da da da, and then I had other people who were like, "You're a hero. You're amazing. Da, 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 da. Applause to you." All this other stuff. But honestly, like I said, I had such a good time, and I just felt like it was me rediscovering myself. I felt like I was very burnt out before I went, and then when I came back, I don't know how you feel about it, but I felt like when I came back, I felt rejuvenated. Like I felt like.
I mean, you felt burnt out prior because you literally had COVID again.
I had COVID.
And it's like the build up for her to go on this trip, like, mind you, we were all like, you gotta be careful, but we were all rooting for her because, like she said, she's been trying to go on this trip for over a year, and it's always something holding her back, something getting in the way. She finally was like a week.
Yeah, it was
a week before the trip, this girl almost died from COVID. Well, no, she wasn't dying, but the fact that she caught COVID and she probably had to delay. Yeah, she was distraught.
I was mad because I thought I had to cancel my trip, but then they changed the whole rules and all this
Thank
stuff.
God.
And then I was like, okay, cool, I can still go because I really thought I was gonna have to cancel. I was like, not again, please don't do this to me. But I was burnt out before that. I think that's how I ended up catching COVID because I ended up like
you was like working like triple shifts and stuff.
I was doing like a lot of stuff, so I think I was burnt out before that, and then like right before the trip I got sick, and then I went and I felt really, like I said, I felt rejuvenated when I came back, and then after I came back I feel like I feel like I've been like super creative, just super like into myself, super just liking myself and who I am, and yeah, I feel like you can see
empowering.
it in my face and everything. Yeah. And I honestly, I would do it again. And people were like, "Would you do it again?" I'm like, "Yeah, I would do it again. I would go by myself in a heartbeat." I mean, of course I would like to go on like a girls trip or something like that. But this is the year of travel for me. I'm going places. I can't stay in Jersey.
The year of travel. The year of travel when all this inflation is just more power to you.
I think that's what makes it easier for me to travel is because when you go to a lot of other countries, it is cheaper there than it is here. Yeah. So it's just kind of like, okay, cool. And you're going to this country, even if you need to buy something, like I said, it's so much cheaper there than it is buying stuff here. Mm-hmm. So it's like that nice, I don't know, it was just nice to get away, not to be here. And also for my trip, it was kind of a funny story. So like I said, my parents were like so nervous about me going by myself, and then like there's been a lot of crime in Dominican Republic, so they really didn't want me to go and whatever. Yeah. And then it turned out that same week, I'm telling people where I'm going, they're like, "Oh, one of my coworkers was going the same week I was going." But she was just at a different resort, like the resort right next to mine. So we exchanged numbers, and I think that helped ease my parents, like, to be like, oh, okay, cool, she knows somebody there. She's not just going to be there by herself. Yeah. So, yeah. But I met some amazing people while I was on that trip, too. Like, it was really fun. And people all over the world. There's a lot of people from Canada that go to DR. I met a lot of people from Canada, a lot of people from just, like, Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota places. They had little cute accents. It was cute.
Don't you know?
places I would have never really thought people actually lived. Like, people live there, but they'll like to be like,
there's nobody that lives in Minnesota.
I'm from Idaho. Like,
Idaho. You exist. No,
you exist. But it was just nice, and it was just like being on island time, and just like it was just different from the hustle and bustle of
the East
Coast and running around and everything. Like, I felt like I can honestly say when I came back, I did not want to go back to work. I had no desire. And I still am in that mode, I think.
But like, have you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but every time you go to like this really tropical or like a vacation that's, sunny and blah, 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 you always come back to Jersey. and it's drab, it's cold, it's windy. It could be like the middle of summer and it'd be automatically 30 degrees outside. And I'm like, why do I live in this place? And that's why everybody be hating on us. Like, Jersey's a piece of crap. Like,
you want to know something funny? Something funny. So when I'm on the plane and I'm leaving, you know, I'm looking at the Jersey coast. I'm like, oh, that looks actually pretty cool from up here. That looks really nice.
This is on your way there.
This is on my way there. Then we end up on the Dominican coast, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, no. Jersey coast got nothing on this. I don't think I could be a Jersey water ever again. Like, I literally...
And this was the first time on a plane, too, right?
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
my
second time on a plane.
Okay.
But, I was just like, it had been a while since the first time I'd been on a plane, but, like, I was like, wow, like, this water, I'm going to show y'all pictures. I'm going to show you Jersey water, and I'm going to show you the Dominican water, and it's just like, wow, I can never, and the thing is, I live near the Jersey Shore, so I'm always at the Jersey beaches, and then when I go there, that water was so clear, like, when I tell you I'm, like, waist deep, and I can still see my body and my feet, you ain't getting that in Jersey. No. There's nowhere in Jersey you get water where you seeing the rest of your body.
You barely see tap water that clear.
And then also, what was it? Oh yeah, so I had to laugh at this. So Jersey water is rough, you know. Even when it's mild, it's rough. When I was there, it was really light waves. It was like, shh, shh. It was like, wee, and then one day they had like the red flags out, and I'm like, red flags usually mean like riptide is dangerous, whatever. And I'm looking, and like when I tell you these waves were like, psh, psh, it was nothing. I was just like. They're like, yeah, the water's rough today. I said, y'all ain't been in no Jersey water, cause
why are we so used to being like rough and harshness? Like, why do we live in places like this? Like, the fact that you can walk on the side of the street and then people look at you weird because you said hi to them, to a complete stranger.
Oh yeah, because when I first moved to Jersey, I was like, what?
Why are we just so cold and used to? Mean. Yeah, why? Like,
and when I was down there, like this. That was the thing. Everybody was friendly. Hello, hola, da da da. And I'm like, hey, hi, hoo, hee. I felt like I'm not gonna lie. I felt like a whole celebrity down there because every time, you
Beyonce,
Danielle, do you need this? Danielle. You want another drink? Danielle, you want this? You want this?
Hey,
Danielle,
they know what they're doing to get that.
Let me make sure that you get home to your hotel safely and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, you're on the resort. Like,
it was, but everybody was talking to me. It was like nonstop. Everybody was talking to me. But it was fun. It was fun. But have you ever done like a solo trip or anything like that?
Actually, okay. So in my prior life, I have a friend. Shout out to my two friends that one of them I still haven't met yet. But back in the day when I was in high school, if you don't know, Gears of War was like one of the best games back in the day. So my cousin came over my house one spring break and we were just like playing online the whole night. He fell asleep, so I jumped on and I was talking to one of his friends that he played online, and we ended up exchanging numbers, and we actually, this was like 2005, 2006, and we would literally talk every day after school. We even thought that we'd play a joke on another guy that he introduced me to online and say like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was this whole joke. Like, you know, shout out to you, Garrick. But anyway, fast forward back in 2014?
No, I feel old just saying 2014.
I know, right? It was like a good 10 years later. He gets engaged and he's getting married. We always promised each other, the three of us, it's me, Garrick, and Pierre, that we were going to be in each other's wedding because, like, we just grew this tight bond. It was like pen pals, right? So he's getting married, and he asked me to be one of his groom's ladies in his wedding. And I was just like, wow, like, this is really going to be the first time that we've ever met, and we've only video chatted maybe like a handful of times. Like we just mostly like call each other or text each other on the phone. And I was with Taryn at the time, and yeah, this had to be 2016, 2015, around that time, because I moved out of my house.
Yeah, you were in an apartment.
Yeah. So I went all the way to Louisiana, and I met him at the airport, and he introduced me to his family, introduced me to his fiance. I knew about her, but I never spoke to her like face to face. I mean, on the phone or whatever. And I definitely, like, it's just weird because why would anybody first, this being your first like interaction, and then like his fiance was just like so cool, like as if she knew me this whole time and was just comfortable with it. And because like I would have been like, yo, you're really about to like have this girl come all the way from the other side of the country to be in my wedding, like what? And I was just like, hey, whatever. But yeah, you know, he introduced me to her family. So he lives in Baton Rouge. The wedding was in New Orleans, so we actually stayed with her family, and he paid for my suit. He paid the first night when we all woke up. He gave me this big giant bag of crawfish, and I thought it was for everyone to share. He's like, no, that's just yours. I'm just like, and you guys know how I love shellfish, so I couldn't help myself. And you know, he showed me around town. And then something happened with the flight that, or not the flight, but plans just got mixed up. So they were going out for their, was it honeymoon afterwards? And I was like, well, I don't really have a place to stay because I have my flight leaves at such and such in the morning. And I thought that we were just like, someone needs to bring me to the airport. I didn't have anything. And I don't think that her parents were available at the time. So his mom actually paid for a room for me to stay at the airport so that I'd be able to make my flight. And I was like,
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Like, talk about Southern hospitality. And I really had no connections. All my family is like in Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Like, I had no connections at all. And like, you know, I'm trying to keep Taryn informed about the whole thing. And I shout out to Taryn because like that's kind of sketchy too. Like, why are you going to the other side of the country for a guy that you never met? Like, so, but you know, if anything were to happen, I guess it would have happened. But it didn't. It was all cool. Like, I told him I was gonna be respectful. That's another thing. Like, traveling solo when you're in a relationship is like a whole nother level, because you know, people can have trust issues.
I never thought about that. See, that's
you wouldn't.
I never thought about
that.
I never thought about that.
But everything ended up working out. I got home okay. I called him every day. I talked to him 100% of the time. Even though I was away for, I think it was like a weekend or so. Maybe, I can't remember how long it was. But I felt like he was there. But then again, I didn't leave the country.
See, okay, so honestly, while I was away, so I did talk to a few people every night while I was away, not because it wasn't really by choice, because if it was by choice, Danielle was perfectly fine not talking to nobody.
That's because Danielle's a loner. Danielle's a loner. Like, she doesn't care.
But while I was away, because I knew how concerned people were,
you know, I wasn't checking for you.
You weren't checking for me, and I wasn't concerned about you checking for me. So. Mel already knew what it was, and also like, you know, this is gonna sound weird, but Mel and I have a weird relationship where it's like we don't really check in on each other like that. I mean, on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously we see red flags. Like,
it'll be like, like, so one time I was acting, I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but you just hit me up like, you good? And I'm like not really.
I was like, what's
oh.
well?
Yeah, and then there would be random times where I think it's just more spidey senses. I think we go by spidey senses more than anything else.
Something in my soul isn't settling right. Let me go find out.
She okay?
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to us, it's more spidey senses than anything else.
We don't have to do that. Oh my god, you didn't call me in like the last 20 seconds. You hate me? Like, no. It's not
y'all would really think, like, as much as we spend time together, that we talk a lot more, but we really don't talk during the week unless it has anything to do with the podcast.
Anything,
honestly.
yeah,
or like
something that happened that, like, oh my god, I gotta go and tell her, and then we'll go ghost for like days.
That's literally how we are. But on the trip, I called my parents every night. I called one of my friends every night. And that was it. Like, I didn't call everybody every night because it was just like whatever. But I was like, those international minutes, yo.
Bro, I didn't even think of. I would have been on WhatsApp. Oh yeah, didn't I tell you like download WhatsApp?
You already had WhatsApp, but my parents don't have that, so it was just kind of like
yikes.
But it was fine though. It was still fine just because I think Verizon we something with the
Verizon plan is but free calling.
But I did talk to my parents every night. One night I forgot to call them. One night, and my dad called me.
She's dead.
It was like, you were partying too hard. You didn't have time to call us. Da, 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 da. Mind you, also, I just want to let y'all know, I was in bed by 10 o'clock every night. I was in bed by 10 o'clock every night. Because
at the end of the day, because like we might be overseas in a different time zone, but we still over 30, bro. We still over 30.
He's still over 30.
We can't hang no more.
I cannot. Literally, I was just like, yo, like around, and I'll be at so there's this one, I think it was like the second night or the third night. It was like the second night. There's this one bartender who really liked me.
Her 16th husband on the trip.
And he was like, you know, he would be like, come back tomorrow. And I went every day. I did. But I would get there around 7, 8 o'clock because, you know, that's my time. I was not a really big drinker like I used to be.
Oh.
So I just didn't really need to drink like that.
Right.
So I'd be sitting there. We'd be talking. About 9:30. I was like, whew. It's been a long day. You were like, what do you mean a long day? The day
what have you done? The day just started.
Yeah, because they're bartenders.
I can't stand people that'll be like looking at me. Oh, I gotta go to bed. Scarf already tied on, right? And people like, it's 9:30. What do you mean?
I'm like, yo, no. I'm ready to be in my bed. Mind you, I was getting up around 6 o'clock every day. And I did stuff. Like I said, I was out. From the time I left the hotel room, I would be out the whole day.
Yeah, you were on the beach.
Yeah.
The beach makes you tired, man.
So, like, I by 10 o'clock, I was out. But, yeah, I mean, I never thought about the relationship aspects, which, like, going on a trip or a relationship, because I don't know how
you just don't do it.
What do you mean I just don't do it?
Like, it's... Going on a solo trip while you're in a relationship, I'm not going to say it's red flag vibes, but yeah, so I say like traveling when you're in a relationship is kind of like a no-go because, you know...
Well, solo.
Oh, sorry. Traveling solo while you're in a relationship can be a little troublesome because, you know... Not saying that it's impossible. You really gotta go by how your relationship, you know, the foundation of your relationship. Because if you have a rocky relationship, like if you have trust issues, or if you know that your partner is self-conscious, it probably wouldn't be the best idea. But, I mean, there's always up for a conversation just to get a better idea of where you guys are at. But, I don't know, like, it's almost like going to the club when you're in a relationship. Things can happen. Like, would you rather put yourself in a position that could put you at risk of things happening that you wouldn't necessarily want to happen, or
I don't know. You either trust me or you don't. Like that's what, I mean.
yeah.
Like I said, I am single, so I don't know. It's hard, but I just feel like you either trust me or you don't. And
I don't think it's even like, I don't even think it has anything to do with not trusting the person. I mean, it has a little bit to do with it, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like, why even test the waters? Like,
I don't know because I want to go.
well, yeah, but like,
And I
then
feel
you
like
just compromise and like, you know, go with the person.
Well, what if the person doesn't want to go? What if I gotta wait for them? I don't want to have to beg you to go somewhere. Like, what if it's like, okay, what if it's one of those situations where it's like, I want to go somewhere if the other person doesn't want to, or my partner just wants to, whatever. Do I have to wait for you do I have to keep begging you in order for us to go on this trip? Or I'm just like, okay, well, you don't want to go, I'm going to go.
I'd be like, why? Why don't you want to go? Why wouldn't they want to go?
Because maybe they just don't like the beach. Maybe they're not a resort person. Maybe they'd rather do like a mountain trip or something. But I ain't about the mountain. So it's like, I want to go I know I want to go to the beach. So let's go.
Right.
If you don't want to go, you don't have to go.
Sorry, I'm just checking the autofocus.
That's fine.
I mean, I never really was in that predicament before. Like,
I mean, I guess, but I'm just saying, like, if that's the case, I just feel like if you want to go somewhere, then go. Like, I can understand offering the invite. Like, hey, I would like to go on this trip with you. Would you like to go? And if they're like, nah, then it's just like, okay, bye. But then what if you just need a break from your husband or the person you're dating? Like, you love them, but it's like, hey, if I don't go on this trip without you, this relationship ain't gonna last. Like, have you ever felt like that? Like, I don't know. Does that happen?
I never felt like I needed a break that I had to go and leave the whole vicinity. I think that's a red flag. I mean, I'd be like, why? Like, I know my kids, but even my kids, like, I don't want to get away.
You don't even
like
be
that.
that far.
Like, that's really interesting. Have you ever needed a break from your significant other that would require you to go on a full-fledged, like, vacation? And what would that mean if you did?
You know what I think? I think this is what relationships need. I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Go ahead, Danielle.
But this is what I think relationships
Put us
need.
on, Danielle.
I think you need one trip for both of y'all, right? One trip a year for both of y'all. And then a trip where both of y'all just go separate. Like, I'll go for myself and then you go for yourself.
I don't know.
I think that would be a perfect relationship thing. Then you come back, hey babe, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy yourself? Something like that.
So there was this chick that I saw probably on YouTube or Instagram, and like she makes regular trips by herself, like that. Like she goes like either like once a month, like or something. I think sometimes she even gets like paid to do it, or and then there's sometimes that she's just going, and like her dude is at home, and I think he works from home or something, and he's like, yeah, this is just our relationship. I only travel alone. Like, maybe it's like they barely travel together. It's more often that she travels by herself, and I'm just like, so and then how often you do it? Like, what is your relationship? What do you guys do? Like, how often are you guys actually together?
I don't know. I feel like if that's what makes her, like, because like I said, he might be a person who just doesn't like to travel. And she wants to see the world. And he's like, okay with it. Like, I see you. If she go once a month, let's say she go once a month. It could be like a weekend thing. Could be like a weekend getaway. I still see you like.
And I'm talking like, and she's like in countries like on the other side of the.
I'd be like, I only see you 27 days out of the whole. I saw you 27 days out of the month. That's enough. I saw you. I don't know. I don't
know. Like, I'm all for like giving each other space. Definitely, like you need that in a relationship. Or else you're just gonna like smother each other, either figuratively or literally. But I don't know. I don't think that I could. I don't think that I could actively go on trips by myself and make it a regular thing.
I think I could do it. I mean,
I think you want to do it. I think you want to do it.
I mean,
I'm the type of person that wants to share everything that I like with that other person. Maybe that could be annoying, as what I've been told, but.
See, that's why you need to go and decide yourself.
I just like that, that's how I show my affection. I'm just like, hey, I really like this, and I think that you're gonna like it too, and I just want you to experience this. Like, you know me.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm like that too with certain things, but at the same time, you don't gotta tell me twice no. I'd be like, okay, cool, peace out, fine. Because like I said, if I really want to go somewhere and I really want to figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out. And because there are times I want to go places with my family or try to plan a family trip or be like, oh, I think it's more headache when you have another person trying to figure stuff out.
It is.
And it's just like, I'd rather just get on the train, plane, like, okay, I know what I'm doing. Da-da-da, let's go. I don't want to have to be like, oh, did you get your ticket yet? Did you get your ticket yet? Okay, fine, I'll buy the tickets for both of us. And then later be like,
did you take off yet?
Did you take off? Did you do this yet? Did you do that? Oh, no. Danielle already took her time off. She already got it. She got the plane.
She already on the train.
She's leaving. Like, and I hope that the person I'm with would like to travel as much as I do.
Yeah.
That's what I would hope. But if they not, well, Danielle go. She out. You ain't.
She nothing holding this chick back.
I'm going. I'll send you pictures. Here's a postcard.
Here's a postcard. Greetings from Hawaii.
Here's a postcard. Wish you were here or not.
You're a bad person. You're a bad person. Remember,
you would be.
Wish you were here. For the people that know, get the wish you were here banner, like, not.
I actually, you know what? If I invited you and you said no, or you didn't get your life together, then no, I don't wish you were here because you could have made it.
You would have been a stick in the mud.
I'm having the best time of my life, and I don't like bringing people around too who like
gonna slow you down.
They slow me down. They're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Like, no.
Yeah, don't be a downer.
No.
Like,
I don't have to worry. If I go by myself, I don't have to worry about it.
I just think that, it depends on the relationship. I will give it that. I know it's not going to work in my relationship because, like, even when I went on my work conference that I just got back from, I mean, I was still in the tri-state, but I was kind of hesitant. I was like, dang, like, I wish I could sneak him on the bus or something, like put him in my suitcase and be like, oh, look, my husband's here, the little work expense. But like, I just feel weird because I don't want him to think that I would be doing something. Not that I would, but I just don't want him. I don't want that idea to go in his head. Like, oh, she's probably out here tricking on the street.
I mean, that's a him problem. That's how
problem.
I feel. Like, that would be a him problem. If I'm going out on vacations and stuff, and they're like, oh, she doing this, she doing that, then you don't trust me. And the other thing is, you have the opportunity. Well, that he didn't have the opportunity to go because it was a work trip. But at the same time, like I said, if I'm going out and I gave you the opportunity to go and you don't, then you'd be like, oh, wish you out there flirting with the guys. I know guys, blah 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 blah. Like, man, you had the opportunity to protect me. You chose not to. So peace out.
Dag. Cold-blooded.
But no, I honestly suggest that everybody should at least go on a solo trip once in their life. Solo trip, I just feel like it's so refreshing. I think it's really like you knowing you learning you. You get to explore the way you want to explore.
It's really a liberating experience. I will say that. Honestly, I was an only child for 12 years. And why is that funny? So I was an only child for 12 years. And I used to almost... A big part of my trips were solo trips. Like, my parents would just ship me. My parents would put, a stamp on my forehead and just ship me to all these different places. Obviously, I would meet up with family. But I've been flying solo since I was, 9. And I loved, like, I felt like I was I felt like I was an independent woman. And it really helped me navigate, in this world that we live in now.
Yeah, and I think too the reason why I'm like definitely going on a solo trip is because I feel like so many people won't do stuff because people won't do stuff with them. Like,
Yeah,
I have friends who are afraid to go to concerts
by
because they don't
themselves.
have anybody else to go with. And I'm just like, if you
Don't
want to go
let
to the
them hold you
concert, then
back.
go.
Yeah, just go.
Like, if you want to go to the concert, go. Don't worry about it. You like the songs, you like the artist, you know every single song, go to the concert.
Even if you bought that ticket for two and that person, canceled, or, something emergency came up, you better still go to the concert.
The only reason I'm canceling something because somebody else couldn't make it is because I don't want to drive. That's just 100% facts.
That's part.
The only reason I'm canceling something and not going because somebody else canceled on me and we didn't go is because I did not want to drive. And that is just really facts.
I really be thinking about, like, I used to really drive everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, back in my 20s, like, you couldn't get me to sit down. I was just everywhere. I drove to Florida. I went to Maryland by myself a few times. I drove to Florida. Granted, Taryn was there, and we, like, split up the drive. But I really be driving. And then this Shay, like, yeah, I'm good. My driver. This was before Uber drivers. Is like, yeah, sorry, family. I know that, like, I know we all planned this family reunion. You were really expecting me, but what can I say? My driver, I ain't doing it. This chick literally gets motion sickness if the car is not at a constant speed of 100 miles per hour on the highway.
Not 100. It has to go a certain way. I can't deal with slow stop and go driving. I can't deal with, like,
traffic is a mess.
Slow.
Yeah.
When it starts to get like that, I get nauseous. So that's why I don't like long trips. And if I am gonna drive, like, somebody else has to be in the car with me because it's like, even if I'm driving and it's stop and go, like, I get sick. So it's just like, I'd rather, yeah, I get sick. So I'd rather not drive. So if it's a long drive and I know I gotta drive for a minute, now I'm better because before it was like if it was more than 30 minutes, I don't want to drive in nowhere. But now I'm like, if it's like an hour and a half, 2, I can drive by myself. Anything more than that, no, don't ask me.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What would be your dream trip? What's your favorite vacation that you would want to go on?
Right now it's Costa Rica. I have Costa Rica in my head for whatever reason. Like, Costa Rica, well, actually I have a few. Costa Rica and Greece. I've always wanted to go to Greece.
Oh, yeah.
And now recently Italy because I saw a part of... Shut up. Shut up! Get your ass up here. Get your ass up here in this chair. She's laughing for a reason, but that doesn't matter. But now I'm not even going to disclose that reason.
Shout out to you!
I'm not even going to disclose that reason right now while she's laughing. But Italy, I saw a part of Italy that I was just like, that is absolutely beautiful, and I would like to go. So I'm going to say Costa Rica.
I bet you did see a beautiful part of Italy. Okay.
So, as I was saying, definitely Costa Rica. Then it would be Greece,
and then
Italy. Which I always did want to go to Paris, but I wanted to do an internship in Paris. But now that I'm not doing the interior design stuff anymore, back in the day, like I was back in the day, Paris has kind of like definitely dropped lower on my list. But definitely those 3. Costa Rica might happen sooner than I think. But the rest of them, because I'm going to Colombia soon. Colombia. And,
Colombiano.
And then, yeah, I would say Greece and Italy. And then, I mean, there's parts of Africa I would like to visit.
Yeah.
What about you?
I never knew how much of a touristy piece of crap I am. I love cruises. I think I just love the cruise because, I just like how all inclusive it is, and then like you're traveling while you're traveling while you're traveling. Like it's just wow. I want to go to Liberia. I definitely want to go to. I want to hit a few places. I want to go to Botswana. I always wanted to go to Tokyo. I think that would just be a trip for my younger self because I mean, like I wanted to go to Shibuya. And I only wanted to go there because there was this anime that I really liked when I was a kid, and I was like, it's so cool there. I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to a few countries in Africa, and what was another one? I wanted to go to. I think there was this spot in Florida that I really wanted to go to, and it was like a rainfall. A waterfall. A rainfall. A rainfall. It was a waterfall, but it was like a rainbow,
Sunshine
waterfall.
and raindrops.
Shout out to the first season. But yeah, it was like this rainbow waterfall, lagoon kind of place, like crystal waters or something. I found it on Instagram, and I'm going to do it before I die.
Well, if we're talking about U.S., I do want to go to Chicago because there's like, or Illinois, there's like a outdoor kind of like grounds for sculpture thing, but it looks more like Afrocentric, so I definitely want to go there.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then I always
want to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Hawaii.
I would go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Hawaii, but I also want to go on an Alaskan cruise because I want to see the Northern Lights.
Alaskan cruise.
Yeah, I'm not a cruise person, but I would go on an Alaskan cruise because I definitely want to see the Northern Lights.
You know what I found out?
What?
You get paid, like, last year, people that live in Hawaii.
Alaska?
People that live in Alaska get paid by the government, like, $3,000.
Really?
Yeah. To live there. And it's like $3,000 per person, like, in your family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was like, I definitely want to live in Alaska. Like, that was literally me. That was, like, one of my dream places to live was Alaska. But, like, now, like, whatever.
Ugh. I don't like the cold. I don't like that.
I like the cold. I like seasons.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys this. This is like my travel trip tips. Like, definitely tell somebody who you are, where you are. Because, you know, people need to know in case something happens to you.
Yeah.
Don't
leave the resort.
Don't leave the resort. Also, I had one backpack. I took a backpack with me, and I fit mad outfits on there. Mm-hmm. I will do a video to show you how I fit so many outfits in there. I packed more clothes than I needed to in this backpack that fit under the seat.
It's a real cool backpack, too.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's up here, but it literally, like, it had so much stuff in there. Y'all don't even know. Like,
pack light.
It was like really cool. And then on top of that, like, you know, don't be afraid to talk to new people and meet new people. I mean, watch your drinks, obviously, because you don't want nobody roofing them and anything like that. Mm-mm. But I honestly believe that everybody should do solo travel in their lifetime because I think it helps you find yourself. Helps you find you.
Just do it. Yeah, my traveling tips is definitely, let people know where you're going. Like, definitely send somebody your itinerary because you never know what's up. You never know what changes. Definitely have a steady form of communication outside of where you were at. I would also say, don't be afraid. Like, if it's really something that's on your heart to do, it's like, why not?
Don't worry about that boyfriend or girlfriend. Just go.
Definitely take that into consideration.
Or your husband or your wife.
Definitely.
Just go.
Definitely.
Don't worry about the kids. Just go.
No. No.
They be all right.
Yeah, they gonna be all right without you. Definitely take that in consideration. I'm not, one of those people that you know, like how they are with all the red pill and whatever. Like, oh, all these modern women, they just want to go and be travel bays or whatever.
I don't know. I don't listen to that stuff, so I have no clue what they're talking about. I don't know. I just do
Make
me.
sure your relationship's on lock.
I just do me.
Feel out the waters a little bit,
That's
but like,
probably why I am still single. I don't know.
but yeah, I think that everybody should. I do agree. Everybody should go on a solo travel at least once in their lifetime because, like I said, it's a really liberating experience. I'm not trying to say like, oh, get on your eat, pray, love type, you know, stuff, but why not? Like, just go for it.
Yeah, yeah, and
you're definitely going to appreciate the fact that you went.
Yep.
No regrets.
Yep. You know, one day we should do like an allegedly credible cruise. We should do an allegedly credible cruise one day.
Oh my god!
Like, what do y'all
we should do an allegedly credible cruise, and like since we don't have it like that right now, we can start with like the little party boats.
Yes,
we can, bro. Like yo, in the comment section, let us know if you're down for the allegedly credible cruise or like it. Yeah, like that. Like let us know. Let us know if you really want. If you would want to go on a cruise. Give us ideas of places that you want us to, you know, go to. Mm-hmm. It'd probably be like those dinner cruises or the brunch cruises or something. But like we can really make this work. We got connections. Oh shoot! I meant the Lego.
She don't break it. She break it.
I got so excited.
She got excited. She broke it.
Sorry,
but it's alright. It's alright. Anyway, so yeah, definitely check that out. Definitely, as always, follow us so you can know if we actually do this cruise or not, which we probably will because we love cruises.
Bro.
We're gonna go to www.allegedlycredible.com.
That's where the tickets are for the cruise, guys.
Also, check us out on Instagram, Facebook. Go to our YouTube channel at Allegedly Credible. Also TikTok and Twitter that Mel's been handling for us. And if you want to follow me personally, it's at Creative Lady Faye on Instagram. And also you can follow me
on YouTube.
On YouTube at Creative Lady Faye as well. Listen to my music. Come on, help me get my streams up so I can make some moolah.
The music will be playing on the cruise.
Yes.
on a loop too. We're trying to get all the royalties. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Instagram at under mellow_supremo. Yeah, I think this was actually, I like this episode.
Yeah, yo.
That was a really good idea. Like,
have a good one, guys. Peace out. Bye. Hey, it's your girl, Lady Faye.
And your girl, Mellow Supremo here.
And we just want to thank you so much for all the love and support for all the listeners that listen to us. But if you would really like to see us grow, we need your donations.
And you can send those donations via Zelle at allegedlycredible@gmail.com, or
you can Venmo us or Cash App us under Allegedly Credible. Anything that you could give us, we would greatly appreciate it. It's going to go towards some bigger goals we have.
Yep. Thank you so much, Credit Peeps.
Thank you.